book up wide and meet adventures that wait for you. Live and learn and laugh and play whenever your dream comes true. You could swim along the river all the way to the sea. You could fly up in the sky above the clouds and trees. You could plant a flower garden up on top of the moon. You could swing through the jungle all afternoon. Wherever our story takes us, I can't wait to see. Yes, friends, come and read with me. It's Online Story Time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Online Storytime at your Grand Rapids Area Library. I'm Miss Tracy.
I'm Teacher Missy.
And we're so happy to see you. Now, you don't know this because sometimes we film 2 at once, but Teacher Missy and I haven't seen each other in 3 weeks. And that is way too long to go without seeing your friends.
It's way too long.
So, should we get started today by singing?
No, let's sing.
All right. Okay.
I need a good song.
Okay, here we go. Everybody have your clappers ready? Clap your hands, clap your elbows, clap your feet, whatever you want to clap. Here we go. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. Oh, it feels so great to be clapping again.
Woo! Yes, I'm ready to go.
So my friend, what should we talk about today?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of these little things running around my yard, and I love them so much. My dog, however, does not love them.
Okay.
And they sit in the bird feeder. Can you think of a little critter beside a bird that might sit in a bird feeder? And right outside our window. And he just gets so mad. It's very funny. And those little critters are these little critters. That's a squirrel. Do you guys have squirrels at your house? Do you? I bet you do. If you have trees near your house, I bet you have squirrels. And there are different kinds of squirrels, Miss Tracy.
Yes, I've heard that.
There are gray squirrels here. They're not completely gray, but mostly gray. They have bushy tails. Mm-hmm. And then we have red squirrels.
We have red squirrels.
And they're a little smaller with skinnier tails.
And oftentimes they look brown like this too. They don't always look red.
No, they're kind of a brownish, right. And we call them red squirrels, but their size is kind of a giveaway too. Because they are smaller.
Yeah.
And sometimes I see black squirrels.
I know. We have a family of black squirrels that live in our backyard. And they just moved in a couple of years ago. So
isn't that funny? And I just get the biggest kick out of them.
Yeah.
For some reason. They're related to chipmunks, but do we see chipmunks right now?
Not really, no.
No, it's too early for the chipmunks.
Yes.
Yeah, they're still sleeping. They're smart.
That's right. You know, and at my house, we have a 2-story house. And if you're in the upper story, say I'm in my bedroom, I open my window in the morning. In the wintertime, all you see in the backyard are these little paths between trees. It's like they're making a little design between the trees. You see, you know, obviously they run down the tree and then they go doom, 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 and they run up the next tree and then they run down and they go choo, 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 choo to the next tree. It is really fun to watch them make those squirrel paths.
They do that and they're looking for food when they're doing that. And they eat some interesting stuff. You know what I didn't realize is that they actually eat pine cones.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
They do. They eat them. They sit with their little feet and they chew the seeds out of them.
Wow.
And we have a lot of pine trees at our house, so
okay.
I've gotten a chance to see that. That's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah. So do you have any great books about squirrels?
I do. Good morning. I have a story for us, Miss Tracy.
I'm so excited.
Look who's on the cover.
It's a squirrel.
It's a squirrel. It is a squirrel. And he's got something in his mouth. Can you tell what that is?
I think it looks like a peanut.
I believe he's eating a peanut. I bet they do like peanuts.
I bet they do.
They like all kinds of seeds. Yeah. Well, this book is called Nuts to You. And it was written and illustrated by Lois Ellert. And she's written lots of books for kids. I wonder where this squirrel is. Looks like he's in a hole. Maybe in a tree? He might be in a tree. And it comes to us from First Voyager books. And we're going to see about this squirrel. See that squirrel in our tree? I think he'd rather live with me. I'll wait a while. He could be shy. Or maybe he likes it way up high. It looks like they live in an apartment building. Look, here he comes trying to hide. He can't wait to get inside. Don't know if you want a squirrel inside. He's in the flowers. He's really bad. He's digging up bulbs. My mom is mad. He's digging up her plant bulbs. Oh boy. There he goes, up the bricks on his claws. He steals seeds and he eats with his paws. Who's he stealing the seeds from? You know what these are? Yeah, those are birds. Those are American goldfinch birds, and look at, they've got a ledge of seeds there. And that squirrel is stealing them. Walking on tiptoe, tail held high. He brushes my plants as he zips by. Looks like a tomato plant. In our window box, watching us eat, he sits on the flowers and he begs for a treat. I opened my window for some fresh air, but I forgot that the screen had a tear. There's the tear in the screen. Yep. When I came back, guess what I found? That squirrel was there, looking around.
That would be a surprise.
Wouldn't that be a surprise? So I got some nuts and ran out the door, tapped one on the sidewalk, and then I left a few more. What do you think he's trying to do? Yeah, maybe lure that squirrel back outside. Trying to get him. I bet his mom would like the squirrel back outside. Nuts to you, I shouted loud as I could. The squirrel peeked out. I knew that he would. There he is, going through the screen. He looked to the left. He looked to the right. He ran down the bricks and he took a big bite. He ate all those nuts. Then he scampered away. But he'll get hungry again someday. I'll keep nuts in my pockets, 1 or 2. And when I see him, I'll say, nuts to you. Squirrel talk. Do you know what they sound like? Have you heard a squirrel talk before?
Yeah, but they sound like they're chittering.
They are chittering. They chitter and chatter and chitter and chatter. And the red squirrels are particularly noisy. They're kind of mouthy. They'll sit in the tree and just at you for the longest time. Nuts to you.
Hey, Teacher Missy,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
want to do a flannel board?
I do. I'm just looking at your great flannel board stuff there.
Hey,
Look at what we're
hey,
doing.
Storytime friends, if you notice, we have a tree and we have some kind of a nut next to the tree. Does anybody recognize that? Yep, these are acorns, and acorns fall from oak trees. And that's how new oak trees are sprouted, is the acorns fall and they start to grow an oak tree. See how many acorns we have. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are going to sing a song about these acorn trees or excuse me, about these acorns. And it's called 5 Little Acorns. Are you ready? Here we go. Down around the corner by the big oak tree sat 5 little acorns looking yummy. Along came a squirrel with a big bushy tail. He took 1 acorn and ran down the trail. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Down around the corner by the big oak tree sat 4 little acorns looking yummy. Along came a squirrel with a big bushy tail. He took 1 acorn and ran down the trail. Oh, that looks delicious.
It does look good.
How many do we have left, Storytime friends? 1, 2, 3. Down around the corner by the big oak tree sat 3 little acorns looking yummy. Along came a squirrel with a big bushy tail. He took 1 acorn and ran down the trail. Ooh, those are good. What do we have left? You're right, we have 2, because we had 3. 1, 2, 3. We took away 1. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Down around the corner by the big oak tree sat 2 little acorns looking yummy. Along came a squirrel with a big bushy tail. He stole 1 acorn and ran down the trail. Oh, they all look so happy. What's left? You're right, 1. Down around the corner by the big oak tree sat 1 little acorn looking yummy. Along came a squirrel with a big bushy tail. He took that acorn and ran down the trail. Oh, friends, how many acorns do we have left? That's right. All the acorns are stored away to be eaten another day. Now the squirrels can have some fun. All the food gathering is done. Hey, thanks for playing.
Miss Tracy,
Yes,
I have an amazing story this morning.
I love this book.
This is a great book. This is such a fun story. It is called Cyril and Pat, and it was written by Emily Gravitt, and it's about 2 friends. I wonder what this guy might be. If you look at him, what do you think he might be? Yeah, it's a squirrel. And here's another guy over here, and I'm not sure about him. Let's find out. You can't see very much of him. Cyril and Pat. And it comes to us from Simon & Schuster. Lake Park had only 1 squirrel, all alone and sad. Poor Cyril. Until the morning he met Pat, his new best friend. Here's Pat over here. A big, gray squirrel, just like me. Is he just like him?
Look at how different their tails are.
I know, Miss Tracy. They look a little different, don't they? And his ears are quite different. Pat and Cyril spent each day thinking of good games to play. They like to put on puppet shows and test how far their skateboard goes. Their favorite game was hide and seek. And one day they called pigeon sneak. Oh, look there. They've got pigeons here. Whoa! Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is not like you? Pat's a real joker. At lunchtime, when the ducks were fed, he jumped in and took some bread. Oh, Cyril, can't you see your friend Pat is not like you? Your Pat friend's a brilliant sharer. And when they both got chased by Slim, together they outwitted him. I wonder who Slim is. Oh, I think I see. I think Slim is a dog. Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is not like you? Your friend's a clever squirrel, and you can't catch us, shouted Cyril. Pat tried to learn to eat a treat like Cyril, but by looking sweet. But no one knew a treat for Pat. Ugh, Mom said, I saw a big rat. Rat? Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is nothing but a dirty rat? Oh, Cyril, can't you see that your friend Pat is nothing but a thieving rat? Oh, Cyril, can't you see it? Face the facts. Squirrels can't be friends with rats. Cyril now was back on his own and tried to play their games alone. But when he tried to outrun Slim, things didn't go well for him. Here's Slim chasing him. Can you see his tail? There's his tail right in the bushes there. Past the pond and down the slide, no time for him to hurry to hide. Cyril ran out of the park. Oh, there he goes, into the city, and there goes Slim. Right in front of a car. Oof, Cyril. Into the dark. Does he look scared? He does look a little scared. Not quite alone, you stupid squirrel, and not so brave without that rat. He's not very nice. Do you mean me? Said Pat. And look at what he's got. An army of rats. Lake Park still only has one squirrel, but he is not alone. Now, Cyril lives there with a large gray rat, his brave and clever best friend, Pat. Does it matter that they were a squirrel and a rat? Were they still able to be friends? They were.
Hey, Storytime friends. Hey, Teacher Missy.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to do a finger play with me?
Oh, let's do one.
All you need to do for a finger play is have fingers. So if you have some fingers to use, find them. All right, here we go. This is called This Little Squirrel. This little squirrel said, let's run and play. Can you run your little squirrel around? There he goes. Choo. This little squirrel said, let's hunt nuts today. This little squirrel said, yes, nuts are good. And this little squirrel said, yes, my favorite food. This little squirrel said, come climb this tree. Can you make a tree with your other arm? Here they go. And crack these nuts. 1, 2, 3. All right, should we do it again? Okay, so you not only need a hand, you also need an arm for a tree. Here we go. This little squirrel said, let's run and play. This little squirrel said, let's hunt nuts today. This little squirrel said, yes, nuts are good. This little squirrel said, yes, my favorite food. And this little squirrel said, remember, come climb this tree and we'll crack the nuts. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. It's fun to use your hands for things other than writing.
It is.
It's just fun to play with them. All right, now out of your Storytime kit, my friends, I'd like you to find, excuse me? Oh, of course. Teacher Missy, Monkey would like to be our Storytime friend today.
Good morning, Monkey.
Good morning, Teacher Missy. I'm delighted to see you.
Well, I haven't seen you for so long. I've been
Hello,
missing you.
Storytime friends. Good to see you. All right, Monkey, you just sit right there and you can just listen as we use our shaker. So out of your Storytime kit, I'd like you to find your egg shaker. Teacher Missy is going to use one of her favorites, which is just an envelope with some dried beans in it.
I just love this one.
There we go. And we are going to sing a song called Frisky Squirrel. Okay? Here we go. Oh, the frisky little squirrel, he gathers nuts and seeds. He hides them for the winter months so he'll have all he needs. Oh, up, up, up he goes, and down, down, down he comes. He runs around, goes up and down, his work is never done. All right, should we do it again? Ready? Remember, you go up, 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 and down, down, down. Here we go. Oh, the frisky little squirrel, he gathers nuts and seeds. He hides them for the winter months so he'll have all he needs. Oh, up, up, up he goes, and down, down, down he comes. He runs around, goes up and down, his work is never done. Oh, that was fun. Thanks for shaking. Oh, Teacher Missy, what a great time I had today.
I had a super time, and it's so good to see you, Miss Tracy.
Oh, I know. And we read some great stories about squirrels. I was about to say about rats, but really only Pat was a rat. But we read great stories about squirrels, and we helped squirrels gather their food. And remember, we did a finger play using our fingers about squirrels. What a fun day. But now I think it's time to go.
It is time.
Would you sing with us? All right, here we go. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Story time is done today. Now it's time to go and play. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, everybody.
See if you can find a squirrel today.